Welcome to Louisville, home of the Kentucky Derby, the iconic Louisville Slugger, and of course, the University of Louisville. Located in the heart of the university's main campus, the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law has proudly educated future lawyers since 1846, making it not only the oldest law school in Kentucky, but the fifth oldest continuously operating law school in the nation. Hi, I'm Michael Shelton, a second-year law student here at the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law. As you may already know, our law school is named after Supreme Court Justice, social justice champion, and Louisville native Louis D. Brandeis. What you may not know is that he and his wife Alice lie in rest right here beneath the portico at the law school. And per his direction, we are one of 13 schools that is a repository for Supreme Court briefs.
Now let's head inside so I can show you around.
We're now in the historic Allen Courtroom, where in 1967, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. held a speech to a rapt audience that overflowed the halls. The tradition continues to hold speeches and special events here, as well as sessions of the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals and the Kentucky Supreme Court. Our students use the courtroom for classes, mock trial, moot court, and even first-year oral arguments. Speaking of class, let's head over to the academic wing to learn more about the academic experience here at Louisville Law. This classroom sets a realistic expectation for the size of your first year coursework. The 1L class is usually about 110 to 120 students. These students are broken into two sections of about 50 to 60 students. You'll take your first year core coursework such as contracts, property, civil procedure, and torts with the same 50 to 60 students all year long. First year students don't need to worry about registering, as in July you'll be assigned a section and your classes will be registered for you. Of course, not all of your classes at U of L will be as big as your first year sections. Lawyering skills sections typically have between 15 and 18 students, and some upper level courses, including seminar courses used to satisfy the upper level writing requirement, may have fewer than 10 students. The Hebel courtroom is laid out to mirror an actual courtroom and is typically reserved for trial practice classes. It is equipped with Justice AV Solutions technology, the same technology installed in Jefferson County Circuit Courts, so students who intend to practice locally will have access to learn the system before going into practice. This is our largest classroom here at the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law. Students will never have a class big enough to fill this entire room. We are a small school that offers an individualized attention and an intimate and engaging classroom experience. Still, a class this size has its uses. For example, first-year students will get their first law school experience right here in this classroom during new student orientation in the fall. Also, the Offices of Student Affairs and the Office of Professional Development hold mandatory events in this room, as well as alumni panels and guest speakers. Our faculty have an open door policy to encourage students to interact with them. They're not inaccessible lecturers, they're truly engaged teachers and mentors to our student body. They're here to offer students not only their expertise in fields across the spectrum of legal scholarship, but their own experiences as members of the legal community. Our staff is just as committed to and supportive of the student experiences as our faculty, and you'll find most of them right here in the administrative wing. Our Office of Admissions and Enrollment Management you may have already been in contact with as an applicant, but as a current student you'll go to them for exam administration, registration, and degree requirements, including about our 8 dual degree programs. We also have our Office of Academic Success. The Office of Academic Success has everything a student needs to be successful in the classroom. All first-year students will be assigned to a Success Skills group where they will be mentored by a second-year student who is successful in the classroom. The Office of Academic Success also has a library of supplements and study aids, as well as hosts a bar prep class for students about to take the bar. We often say that life is what happens outside of law school. The Office of Student Affairs and Diversity is here to support students holistically. They regularly provide wellness programs like yoga classes and partner with local rescue organizations to provide, my personal favorite, puppy therapy. But this office can also ensure that students who experience more serious and stressful life events are connected with appropriate resources such as counseling services. We also have practical resources for students. We have our own IT department in the school ready to help students with any technological need. We also have the Law Resource Center that can provide you with the basic supplies to be successful in the classroom. The Office of Professional Development manages the 1L Job Search Preparedness Program. They meet with each first-year student individually to help guide them toward their career goals. They also manage resume reviews, on-campus interviews, networking events, and an online database of job openings accessible by Brandeis students and alumni. The Office of Professional Development also manages the Greenbaum Service Program, our pro bono service requirement for graduation. They also manage the Greenbaum Fellowship Program, which provides funding for students doing public interest internships over the summer. The Greenbaum program is integral to our public service mission here at the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law, and it's probably why so many public interest lawyers-to-be find their fit right here at the University of Louisville. As mentioned before, the Office of Student Affairs hosts a variety of different events for students throughout the school year. Many are done right here in the Mosaic Lobby. Student organizations also use the Mosaic Lobby for their events throughout the school year. And there are so many opportunities for you to get involved with your colleagues outside of the classroom and tap into our vibrant sense of community. Whether you want to join a student organization, a mock trial team, the moot court board, or one of our 3 amazing journals, you'll find an opportunity that fits your needs. Of course, as a law student, you'll spend plenty of time in the law library here at the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law. The first floor offers multiple opportunities for group study setting, including individualized study rooms. The second floor offers a quieter environment with individualized study pods for students to spread out and do their studying. The library also has a computer lab and printers for students to use and has helpful librarians who are ready to help in any way that they can. Restaurant options abound on campus and nearby, but for those that prefer, our student kitchen lets students store, prepare, and enjoy their own food without having to leave the building. Students looking to take a well-earned time out can relax in the Miller Lounge with its foosball and ping pong tables, in the Washer Lounge with its donated library of non-legal literature, or outside in the courtyard with our very own version of the Thinker. The courtyard isn't the only place our law students get outside of the classroom. Let's head on downtown to our Ackerson Law Clinic, where students work with real clients on real cases that make a real impact in their lives. At the Robert and Sue Ellen Ackerson Law Clinic, housed at the downtown offices of the Legal Aid Society of Louisville, students represent clients before the Jefferson County Family and District Courts. Example of cases taken include emergency protective order hearings for victims of domestic violence, divorce actions, and evictions. The intertwined goals of the clinic are to provide a rich and rewarding educational experience for the students while offering high-quality legal representation free of cost to the Louisville community. Ackerson is one of 3 clinical opportunities available to Brandeis students. Students in the related mediation clinic work with low-income pro se litigants who have been referred by Jefferson County Family Court judges mediating cases involving divorce, paternity, child custody, and post-decree issues. Meanwhile, students in the Entrepreneurship Law Clinic provide legal support primarily to the Entrepreneurship MBA program at the university's College of Business, including assistance with articles of organization, operating agreements, independent contractor agreements, and option agreements for technology. The law school being so close to downtown also means students are right down the road from opportunities in the courts, firms, businesses, and nonprofit organizations alike. Louisville has been cited as one of the nation's fastest up-and-coming legal markets, and our students have unparalleled access to the thick of it. Thank you for joining me for our virtual tour today. I hope you've learned a lot about our school, our community, and our mission. If you have any questions, reach out to the Office of Admissions and Enrollment Management. They're more than happy to help. From all of us here at the University of Louisville's Brandeis School of Law, I hope you have a great day.